Hey everybody, Bill from Iowa. So, I've got to put a shout out, man. What are you doing? Get down. And I got to put a shout out to Harbor Freight. Right? Harbor Freight is like High Point. You either love them or you hate them. Everything they sell is garbage, or it's the best thing, price for the money. In this particular instance, it's the best thing, price for the money. I know everybody's thinking to themselves, oh my God, another flipping goat barn video, but I got to put this thing out. So everybody knows, 10 by 16 goat barn. As you can see, redropped the well. We went out and bought the Harbor Freight shallow well pump. These things really aren't designed to be, running when it's, 6 in a barn or out of a barn. Now, we keep things under control with a $83 Chinese diesel heater. But I have to say, guys, I have froze up this Harbor Freight. And when I say froze up, the water in it, frozen solid, where this thing wouldn't run at least 5 times this year. And it's the end of December. This little Chinese diesel heater does an awesome job as long as you don't get into the single digits. When you start dropping into the single digits, it don't matter how high you put that thing on, what temperature you set it at, the pump's gonna freeze. Came out here last night to do chores, and this thing wouldn't even start up. I mean, it wouldn't. You pull the handle, right? Let's do a little. You pull the handle. No water, no nothing. But the hose was thawed out. So we did a little redirection of the heat. I come out here tonight. Of course, it's 31 degrees tonight, and she's running like a champ. I've had it to where it would throw some water out, but as soon as the pressure the pressure in the tank dropped low enough that it was trying to kick on the pump would just and everybody knows this whole thing runs on a solar system. This is not hooked up to the grid. This is 200 amp hour lithium ion battery, 400 watts of solar panels, and a 2,000 watt inverter to run that big mammoth jamma. But shout out to Harbor Freight, and I know it's all Chinese stuff. These things, you can freeze it, thaw it, it'll run, freeze it again, thaw it, it'll run, freeze it again, thaw it, it'll run. I've got a couple of these. I've got a total of 3 on the property. Longevity, not so much, right? If you use it a lot, you're going to get about a year and 3/4, year and 8 months. But here's the deal. These things are under $200. And for like $60 more, you get a 2-year free replacement. So when you start rolling up on that 1.5 year, you just order a new one, right? They send you a coupon, you go into the store, you pick up a new one. I mean, they'll tell you right in the store, even if it's still running, just, come get a new one. So I don't see how you can go wrong. I froze this thing 5 times at least, and she still keeps coming back. So, we don't have sponsors for Bill from Iowa. This is just, my wife's like, let's get some chickens. We all seen those videos. But if you're going to put a shallow well pump in, and you don't want to spend the money on the $500, $600, $800 or $1,000 pump, the Harbor Freight pump that thing's a monster, especially if you're going to do it in the winter. Hope everybody had a good day. Tuesday, we've got to work tomorrow, then we get New Year's Day off. It's Bill from Iowa. We'll talk to you later.